Today we're going to talk about how to be confident while speaking on stage. Have you ever been nervous before you took the stage, started to sweat, your heartbeat was racing? You're not alone. Lots of people have this challenge, but I'm here to help you. We have 10 unique strategies, tips and tricks to help you get through it, and you're going to be awesome and confident the next time you're on stage. Let's first talk about the importance of being confident when you're on stage. You see, a part of being on stage is that you're in a position of authority and you have this opportunity to share with everybody that which you know. And so having confidence in what you're speaking about, how you present, how you look, it all matters, it all adds up. And today we're going to talk about how you can do that the most effective in your speaking. First, you need to embrace your nerves. Yeah. We all get a little bit of nerves going before we get on stage, and the problem with a lot of speakers is they start to settle within those nerves and then thinking about what they're about to do, and they're freaking out and they're not quite sure how to get through it. And so then you get deeper and deeper in this place of freaking out. What I'd encourage you to do is embrace those nerves. Backstage, in a hallway, in the bathroom, somewhere other than near the stage, start jumping around. Shake your hands out. Open your mouth. Open your eyes. Rub your eyes out. Put your eyebrows back in place. Move your face around. Jump up and down. Move your head. Get loose. Embrace those nerves. Why? Because if you go on stage and you're shaking, your palms are sweaty, everybody can see that you're a mess. That's a problem. You're not going to look very confident in your message, even though you've probably prepared quite a bit. So shake those nerves out. Move around. Run if you have to. Do some push-ups. Whatever it takes in order to get the body moving. That will help to metaphysically change the state that you're in, and you'll be able to bring more power to the stage. The other thing I really suggest is visualizing your nerves turning into energy. Instead of something that makes you frantic and nervous, instead be like, yeah, here we go. And you can pace kind of back and forth and get yourself ready. I like to do like a boxer where I'm kind of bouncing back and forth. That kind of thing really helps me to calm my nerves, but also to anticipate what's about to happen, which I'm so excited to take the stage. The next is the power of preparation. You've worked hard on this speech. Hopefully you have. You've taken the time to research and to put your thoughts together. Now, you need to know the material inside and out. Rehearse it. Go back and forth. Record yourself. Make sure that you're able to spit it out, but say it in a confident way. Unfortunately, a lot of speakers think, I'll just wing it. No big deal. I know this stuff. Oh man, the wingers are the dingers. That's the worst kind of speaker I don't want to see. What I want to see is somebody who's prepared, who's confident, who knows where they're headed with their presentation. You don't need to memorize it word for word, as I don't recommend that either. But I would say you should memorize certain parts in order to land those parts so that you're confident when you give it, because you're prepared. If you've prepared, you'll be more confident on that stage. Let's talk about harnessing the power of body language. You see, I like to use my body a lot, even if I'm sitting making this video. When I'm on stage, I'm moving around. I like to walk and actually, I call it a prowl. I like to prowl on the stage and kind of let them know that I own that space. Mick Jagger did this as a singer where he would walk like a chicken and he would do his dancing. That's just a part of his persona. And so how do you use your body? Your body language matters. Your eye contact with the audience, with choosing people throughout the audience to speak with, to have obviously the right clothing, and also the way that you position yourself, the power poses that you make. You choose how you put your hands, or you use a clicker or a handheld microphone, which is what I prefer. I also want you to think about something that comes a long time before the speech begins. I'm talking about your body image. Now, I've struggled through this my whole career because people told me at the beginning of my career I needed to lose weight. And so I want you to think about how you present yourself on stage, how you look in your clothes. And when you show up, if you're confident in the way that you look because you've put time in with your body and you eat right and you drink the right things, you maybe do the sauna and the cold bath, which is what I really love to do. Maybe you do weightlifting, or you do marathons, or even just take the time to walk. Now, there's all kinds of ways to utilize your body and your body language. But the more confident you are in your body as yourself, the better you will be on stage. On the heels of that example, I'm going to also tell you to embrace your imperfections. Now, that may sound contradictory to what I just told you. You're thinking to yourself, oh man, I don't look exactly how I want to look on stage. Well, neither do I. I'm still working towards that. And so embrace your imperfections. It's okay if the suit doesn't fit perfectly, or you want to hide something so you have to only wear black clothing. It's up to you. But embrace your imperfections. What I'm really proud of some of my dear friends who show up in a real bright outfit, even though they're not perfectly fit. I go, man, that's cool. That's confidence right there. And that actually says a lot in the way that you show up as a presenter. If you can show up in the kind of clothes and outfit, even if you're not in perfect shape, to embrace your imperfections and to say, hey, this is me, take me for who I am, and they're going to enjoy your confidence in that. Let's talk about utilizing the power of the pause. Unfortunately, a lot of speakers plow right through it. They're going so fast that you can barely keep up. You can't take notes, even though they say a lot of great things. They're going so fast and you're just like, whoa, slow down, I want to pause. Consider it. Your audience needs a chance to assimilate some of the ideas you're giving them. They actually want to consume what you're giving them. And so part of confidence is to speak slow enough in order for the audience to enjoy it. Now, if you want to speak fast and you want to plow right through it, that's totally fine. It's up to you, but you also want to come to a place where you can pause, give them a chance to breathe, give yourself a chance to sort of recenter yourself, and then you can continue to engage with the audience. But the power of the pause is something so many speakers don't use, and that's a great way to showcase your confidence and to have confidence in yourself. Next, I'd encourage you to adopt a growth mindset. When it comes to growth mindset, think about how you think. In other words, are you pushing yourself to create more? Are you thinking, oh, this is the one and done and I'm never going to have another chance? I feel that even every gig where I get paid tens of thousands of dollars for an hour to be pretty spot on. Now that could be a place where I could lose confidence and be like, oh man, here we go. Rather, I view every one of those opportunities as just that. It's an opportunity. It's a chance to try something out. It's a great gift to be able to know I'm being paid a lot of money to do what I know works and what the audience needs. And equally, to say to myself, I'm going to try something different today. I'm going to obviously bookend it between pieces that work really well, and that gives me confidence to know that I've got one bit that lands and another bit. But in the between, yeah, that little tendon in between the muscles and the skeleton of my performance, oh yeah, that's where I can add in new things. This is a growth mindset. Don't just think you have to give the same presentation every single time. Don't just feel like, oh, I can't ever take a risk. No, take that risk, but just bookend it between the right pieces. And that's how you embrace a growth mindset. Let's talk about connect with your audience. Some of the best ways I know to do this is to ask them questions, is to make something funny, or even to talk about a shared traumatic experience depending on what just happened on our way to the gig. A lot of people enjoy that. And so when I do that sort of thing, it connects with the audience in a really nice way, and that creates confidence for you as a speaker real fast. The sooner you can get them to laugh, or spontaneously clap, or answer a question, or make you feel like you're all in this together, you'll connect with that audience quicker and feel greater confidence as you go right into your presentation. And before you get on the stage, you can connect with the audience. This is kind of a cool technique that I've been doing for years, and hopefully you can adopt this for yourself. I like to sit in the back as I watch everybody come into the room. I sit there and I think to myself, they have no idea what I'm about to share. I'm the only person in the world that can do this, and we're going to have a great time. I know they're going to cheer me on. And so instead of sitting there thinking, oh, they're going to judge me or they're not going to like me, which can get in our heads, we sometimes do that, instead flip the script and say, I know they're cheering me on. They want me to do my best. And most likely, a majority of them don't want to be on stage. So they want to see you succeed. I would encourage you to emphasize your strengths. When it comes to that which makes you uniquely who you are, if you're not sharing that on stage, you're cheating the audience of that which only you can do. I call that living the promise, and unfortunately a lot of speakers think to themselves, oh, I have to do it like the other people I've seen do it. That's what makes you special. That's why you're the one they chose. Share that which makes you uniquely who you are. You have gifts, talents, skills, things that make you so awesome. I call them signature moves. What are yours? It's what they'll be talking about you after the presentation. Your signature moves are what make you stand out in a sit-down world. And if you're sitting there thinking to yourself, I don't even know what my signature moves are, I don't know what I would share. Well, I've created something for you that's going to help. It's called the ICM process. If you go to jasonhewlett.com/ICM, you're going to get one of the most powerful assessment forms you've ever seen in your life. It's very simple, but it's actually also kind of tricky because I'm going to push you to try to identify 100 qualities that make you who you are. Gifts, talents, skills, even aspirations. Things that you want to be known for, or things that you think that you already do well. Identify those. Come up with 100. That might seem really hard, but it's actually not. Because if you take one specific word and then dissect what that means, whether it's, if I were to say I'm funny or I'm an entertainer, then I could dissect that word and say an entertainer is also brave, persistent, creative. You see what I'm doing? I'm just unpacking the words that really are the simplest ones for me to come up with. Once you've done the identify part, now you're going to clarify with other people what they see in you. You see, they see things that you can't identify. So when you clarify with them, it's a refinement process, whereas identify is a discovery process. When you come up with your 100 that you identified, I want you to whittle it down to 10, because when you ask for clarity from others, you're going to ask them for the words and you're going to come up with 10 from them as well. So now you have 20 words that you can lean into that are your signature moves dependent upon the audience and the people you ask. Now you can magnify your talents. You can share those gifts with people around the world. And you're the only one who can do it. It's your signature moves. That's your promise. Unfortunately, a lot of people don't embrace their strengths. They say, I'm just going to try to do it like that speaker I saw. But that's not what people want. They want you, as only you can do it. So keep that promise. I want you to practice visualization. Have you ever done that before? Visualization is so cool because you're imagining the speech going so well. And you're thinking to yourself, okay, I want to hit this mark here and I want to stand on this spot here and I'm going to make sure my slides are in order and my clothes look right and I'm holding the mic in the right position and also I'm going to get a standing ovation. But not only the standing ovation does that matter, but also that the client is happy, that the people receive something they couldn't other than from you. And so as you visualize this type of success, you will be more successful and confident in your speech. Finally, I'd like you to embrace continuing improvement. When you continue to improve on your speaking, on your confidence, on your abilities, this is a really cool practice. Here's why. Because as you start to practice saying to yourself, I'm going to go take a course, I'm going to read more books, I'm going to invest in myself so that I can be more confident on stage. This is a really powerful part of embracing continuous improvement. I would recommend that you consider joining the National Speakers Association. Most likely in your area, there is a chapter that are other speakers learning to become better on stage just like you. There are also people learning to run the business, but also be better presenters. And so as you get the opportunity, take it to go jump on stage and present what you have. There's also Toastmasters, which is a great place to practice and become more confident. Also, this ups your leadership skills. This gives you more of an opportunity to continuously improve at many things. And as you do this, you will change your life. You'll become more confident. And especially when you go to jasonhewlett.com/ICM and you take the assessment of signature moves. The ICM process is powerful. It'll help you be more confident on stage. I'm excited to see you at your next event.